interwebs. Hey, welcome back. Welcome to another artistic game. This is Child of Light. We're playing this one on Steam, but it's also PlayStation 3, I believe Xbox 360, and a few other places. So, Child of Light, worth your time. Let's go. Child of Light is this is artistic, okay? It starts out with the death of the main character. Yes, I know it's sad. A little girl dies. She does get to meet her dead sister, though. Spoiler alert. The game itself is actually interesting because the story is not only she died, but she's fighting her way back to the land of the living in a way. And so she's got to go through all these side quests and stuff and help these other people, and not all of it makes entire sense, but what I liked about it is the game really does have a charm about it, especially since, with the exception of the jester, the entire game is told in rhyme. I mean, I haven't seen anyone do that before, but the game's told in rhyme, and it feels almost like you're reading a children's book. I mean, it doesn't take itself incredibly serious, in at least the sense of it's not a dark tone or anything. So I did enjoy that about the game. The other thing I enjoyed is that it gives this weird blend of turn-based RPG, and on top of that, you've got turn-based RPG, and you've got kind of a flying motif to it. So in the overworld, you're flying around, and when you run into an enemy, and there's some things about that too that we'll go over, but when you run into an enemy, you switch to a turn-based battle. I'm not entirely sure how to feel about that. I mean, it's unique, it's interesting, it's not a bad thing, it's just unexpected. I mean, I expected this game to be like they do real-time battles in some of the Final Fantasy games where all of a sudden you run into an enemy on screen and, hey, there's the enemy. And then now you're fighting it. Okay. But that's not exactly what's going on here, so weird, interesting. Now, you do get your little ball of light thing there, and your little ball of light allows you to affect enemies inside and outside of battle. And so, if you need to sneak past something, just shine some light in its eyes and watch it sit there like, oh, the light, it burns us! You know, and so you can sneak right past, right? Or the alternative is that you can, of course, fly around it. If you hit something from the front, you're going to be on equal facing. If it hits you from the back, it's a surprise attack, or ambush, excuse me. If you hit it from the back, then it's a preemptive strike. And so there's some tactical nature on how you actually interact with enemies on screen before you start a fight. Once you're in the fight, then things get weird. Now, all fights are going to be 3 on 2. You have 2, they have 3. Good luck! You got that little slider at the bottom, and the slider determines the order in which battle is going to happen. It also determines the speed. Now, anything that is in the right side of it, which is the attack side, the action side basically, can be interrupted. When it's interrupted, it gets sent back to the wait side. And you have to balance your attacks and your attacks, your defense, and everything based on how you want to do this. And each character has their own abilities, which some are useful, some are not, maybe. I like the Jester because the Jester can self-heal, but additionally, the main character, Aurora, she can actually counterattack, which is useful as well. Leveling system has limitations, though, because the leveling system, you kind of have this weird grid here, and you got to figure out where things go, and I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's a strong rhyme or reason. It seems kind of like they tried to do the sphere grid from Final Fantasy X, but didn't quite make it all the way. Sure. I'll go with it's a failed attempt at the sphere grid from Final Fantasy, because it doesn't really feel like your usual skill tree, and it doesn't really work like a normal skill tree in the normal sense, you know, so I had some issues with it. It's not bad, it's just different. Let's see here. So you got your battles, which, oh, by the way, your light guy, in battle, can slow down enemies or can heal you. Yep, that adds to your strategy as well. So something good to keep in mind. Overall, it was a fun game because it really does take you out of reality. It does a good job of painting its own world and somehow it remains kind of child-friendly in a way. And so I really did like it. It's great artistic. Just felt like a good story to follow. Morally speaking, what do you got with this one? And of course, it's rated E10, so it's mostly kid friendly, but it's got, of course, some use of alcohol. They say tobacco, which I don't remember tobacco usage, but I remember a lot of magic in it. Of course, the little girl dies at the beginning. Weapon usage, sword usage, magic usage, the general. And of course, you got trolls, demons, Reepichi, all sorts of weird, like, talking creatures, some anthropomorphicisms and stuff. So, yeah. You have issues with any of that. Obviously, you wouldn't want your kids playing it. But it remains fairly family friendly, I would say. Hey, though, this is the Moral Gamer, moralgamer.com. Like, subscribe, comment, share, gameplay channel, review channel, and links below. And we hope to see you next time with our next review. Thanks for watching.